Well, let's see. Here we are at the start of the New England Randonneur 200K. This will be the kickoff of my official qualification. Got a good group of like 45 riders here, and it's going to be nice and cool and a little cloudy, not too sunny, so things should be pretty easy. But we do have a lot of climbing. We're going up Wachusett and out to a place called the Purgatory Chasm, which I'd be scared of, but I have done once before, or maybe 3 times during my last attempt at racing. So I'll be able to expect it. It's my second long ride on the recumbent, and tested things out last weekend, or 2 weeks ago, so things look good. It's my first time riding after taking like 2 whole weeks off trying to do a full ride. So I should be well rested. I got that going for me. All right, off we go. We are mile 87 of the New England Randonneur 200K to Wachusett and Purgatory. We just passed the final rest stop or control point, which was the Purgatory Chasm State Park. I practiced my control discipline, in and out, bathroom, water, snack, back on the bike. It helped that the fast 4 that I was with this morning, for the second leg, they were rolling out. So I'm going to hop on them, which I did for a good 10 miles. However, I had a mechanical issue again and got dropped by them on a hill, which is the same thing that happened earlier. Okay, so here we are. We're going through scenic some town. They're all towns. This is the part I haven't been showing, where I'm at my sweaty best. One of the things I'm finding is that I don't have low enough gears to get up anything like more than a 7% hill, which when you're on like a country road that looks epic is pretty frustrating. But when you're in like a suburban subdivision with switchbacks that take it up the hill because somebody decided to develop this land that is obviously not easily developable here on Shining Rock Drive. And it's pretty humbling. I think like maybe I should get a lower gear. But if I do that, when I start going slowly, I start falling over on this thing. So I'm not sure if it's really realistic. Maybe I can go the same speed, but turn my pedals faster. And yeah, what's been happening is I get to the steep stuff. You know, on this bike, you can't stand up. And so to climb, so there's no climbing of last resort. You just have to really muscle it through. And that's not so easy. There's a nice view up here though, at least. Oh. Yeah, we're on the top of Shining Rock, I think. the thing that's hard. As slow as I go uphill, when I go downhill, I'm so much more aerodynamic. I just fly past these guys, no matter what they go at. Left turn, left turn! Left turn! I'm feeling pretty, I'm gonna finish. It's 105 miles. I'm plodding along at like 12 miles an hour. Feels pretty slow. That's about what I can do. And in 2 weeks, I'm doing double this. Like, what is my strategy for that? That's a little concerning. So I think, I could do 50% more. I've done the 300. I could keep going. I'm not so spent that I need to cross the finish line in 20 and just collapse. But doing the whole thing again, that's something else entirely. And, I could plan to have just a slower pace through the whole thing, but I wasn't overcooking it at the beginning as much as I usually do. Maybe a little bit. I think we were at 16 miles an hour average, and I should have been at 15. But dropping that to 14, that's not going to make the big difference, I think. I think finding a way to do hills with dignity and not blowing up, that is going to make the difference. Because yeah, I could do this at 12, 15 miles an hour for a long time, 14 miles an hour for a long time. So we'll think about that. Well, that must have been interesting for you. Okay, so some of the other mistakes or lessons learned. Yeah, going out a little too fast, trying to hang with the big dogs. At the second rest stop, I came in with a bunch of guys that were dogging it up hills and kind of doing my pace. So I should have just stuck with them and just had a mellow time. Would have been wise. It's a little hard with the recumbent because I'm slower on the hills and faster on the downhills. But other things, well, usually this is the point of the ride where I would stop at a 7-Eleven or a Cumberland Farms and get a Red Bull and a Snickers bar. But I forgot my wallet, card, and cash. So there's none of that happening. And the other lesson learned is I need some work on my hydration system. This little thing here, magnets on, which is good, but it doesn't feel like a long-term solution. Nothing like crossing the turnpike. Ah, the Sudbury Reservoir. I'm close to home. Very pretty. And a little breezy. Yeah, so one of the things, let's see, I've got a magnet under my jersey so that it can clip to that, and a magnet on the side of the seat. I have a hard time grabbing a water bottle in the way that I would on an upright bike. I'm just not there yet. Some people say they can bike the recumbent with no hands, and I can here and there, but I'm trying to stay on top of the job number one, which is rubber side down. So instead, going with this Camelback thing, it's actually from Osprey. The only challenge is it is floppy, and I can get it onto the seat, but if the wind blows the wrong direction, as I take it off of my chest so I can have more mobility at, say, like an intersection, and it blows into your spokes of your rear wheel, that's not ideal. And you can see the end of it has seen a little damage from that happening once. It got popped out into the center of the road on the top, or in the middle of the, I'm not sure it was the steepest hill, it was one of the steepest, it's the steepest, longest hill. That was my other most dispiriting moment. So stuff to fix, work on my gearing, work on my hydration, work on the brain, and the pace, and the ego. And then we'll get there. Back in suburbia. Afternoon. Let's see. As I come into the finished stretch, let me think about what went well instead of just dwelling on all the things I need to fix or I'm worried about or anxious about. Let's see. My body feels pretty good. No back problems, no neck problems, no crashes. I shouldn't say that and jinx myself, but for the most part, I didn't do anything stupid. And I think my hydration fueling went pretty well. I didn't need to never felt hungry and starving. I had some caffeine with me at the right points. So even though I forgot my credit card and didn't make a lot of use of the food at the rest stops, I feel fine that way. My legs are a little sore. Don't feel fresh. I don't feel dead. I'm not limping across the line. I'm able to, hold some real tempo here at the end. So those are all pretty good. All in all, it's a fun ride. Didn't rain. It's cool. Saw lots and lots of Boston that I've never seen before, New England, and I learned a lot. And that's what I'm here for. Doing something that scares me a little, so I can keep learning and growing. On the bike. See you on the road. That's it. Oh no, it's on the other side of the railroad tracks. Wrong side of the tracks, of course. Concord Meadows. There's the finishing tent.